Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. First of all, I'd like to apologize for this video right now. I am not home. I'm at my parents' house and I don't have my equipment, my tripod or anything, but I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because I did watch Power's episode number 2, which was called Whose Side Are You On? So I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because I know a lot of us did watch it at midnight. And so I just want to go right into it, but I just wanted to apologize for not having all my equipment with me. My tripod is really what I'm talking about. That's the only equipment that I have right now. So yeah, I just wanted to apologize for that. I'm holding my phone, guys. That's just like, I don't want to be doing that. And so I'm going to have to try to go through this video as quick as possible, but with as much recap and as much review in detail as I can. So please just bear with me. I really appreciate it. So first of all, let's just get right into it. Last week we spoke about how much everybody did not like or appreciate the theme song. Like, why did they change it? Okay, so here's an update on that from me. I skipped the theme song. That's that. I have no time to listen to it anymore. I used to love listening to it, and now I don't. So I have no time for the theme song anymore. Automatically, I'm skipping it, getting right into the show. So when I skipped it, we get Ghost, kind of like lurking behind this little area where he sees Tommy's car being impounded or taken away or whatever. And I did notice that Ghost looked, he kind of looked sad. Yes, he felt like he had to kill Tommy. He doesn't know Tommy's alive at this point. He felt like he had to do it, but at the end of the day, this was like his brother, it's his best friend, so it's not going to be an easy kill for him. So I do appreciate the writers making sure that they humanized him. Like, they made sure that he had some type of feeling toward Tommy's so-called death that he thought he caused. Well, Tommy ain't dead. So anyway, so I was appreciative of that. Another thing is when he goes to see the Serbs, Jason tells him, well, since you killed Tommy, Jason's lying. Since you killed Tommy, if you don't want me to retaliate because you messed up my money, you need to pay me $100,000 every 2 weeks so that I don't retaliate. That right there is crazy. Okay, first let me back up a little bit. As I was saying, they let us see that Ghost was looking a little sad. Then they stamped it when Ghost went to go see Proctor, and he let Proctor know, like, that was my brother, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to skip that part, so I'm sorry for that. So yeah, going back to the Serbs now, telling Ghost, that he has to pay up $100,000 every 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money just for silence. And the thing about it is, Jason is really playing a game right now. Like, he's really got these guys by their what. So we have that, and then we have Tariq at school making drug deals. So he basically became his own distro at school. And I'm just like, this little guy, man. I mean, Tariq is very smart and everything, but it's just like, unfortunately right now, he doesn't look like he's on the right path to using his brains for good. Like, his dad is smart as well, and he's trying to get out that life. But, we're in this situation right now, watching how everything is unfolding. Okay, so one thing that I did not agree with was Proctor. I'm jumping into Proctor now. Proctor suggested that Ghost did not go to Angie's funeral. And to me, that just didn't seem to make sense. It's like, why would he not go to the funeral? Like, he's claiming his innocence. We know he's innocent. And it's like, why not go to the funeral? If he didn't do anything and this was really like his mistress and the love of his life and everything, why not go to the funeral? So I didn't understand that. I didn't understand where Proctor was coming from with that. But it was nice that Tasha actually went with Ghost to the funeral. And then here goes Sax with his stupid self going to say something like, oh, he's like OJ or whatever. Like, Sax is just the stupidest. He's the stupidest agent that they have. Like, he's been everything he does is like, oh, how did you even become an agent? Because you're always assuming that it's Ghost. Every time somebody, you know, turns up dead, any of the agents, he thinks it's Ghost. And if my memory serves me correctly, and you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, he didn't kill not one agent, I don't think, right? When Tasha's little boyfriend, the one she was dealing with, not Tasha, I'm sorry guys, I be messing these names up. When Angie's the boyfriend that she had, that he was also an agent, when she was sleeping with him and he died, it was another agent that killed him, and they all just blamed it on Ghost. And it was just like, you guys are just barking up the wrong tree, but you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ghost, yeah, he's guilty of a lot of things, but he wasn't killing no agents. Now, if there was an agent that I forgot about that he wind up killing, guys, just let me know in the comments, because right now I don't remember him killing any agent, and Saxe is just really stupid. Okay, he's the worst. Okay, so, and then Blanca, oh my gosh, I didn't know her name before because she just annoyed me, but her name is Blanca. She's the sergeant or whatever, and she's digging. That's all she does. Her face, she's a pretty lady in real life, okay, but she annoys the crap out of me. You know, all of these agents pretty much get on my nerves. You know, they're doing their jobs, but they're annoying me. Like, she's very annoying because, you know, she doesn't have any respect for people's privacy, and she kind of, when she goes to ask Tasha these questions, she acts like Tasha owes her these explanations, you know, and Tasha's like, you know, that's you trying to, you know, make me go against my, like, what's the point of the attorney-client privilege? Like, what are you doing here? I don't have to answer your questions or whatever. So I liked how Tasha handled that, which is true, you know, but Blanca's trying to make it seem like, you know, somebody got to answer her questions. And then when Tasha goes to meet up with Paz, Angie's sister, here comes Blanca. Because you know what happened when the guy, and I forgot the black guy's name. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot his name. The one that, he's another agent. When they went to go see Tasha, they knocked on the door. He was trying to tell her, you know, tell Blanca, take it easy. You know what I mean? Don't go in there, you know, go in like the way you always do, you know, bombarding people, act like they owe you something. Blanca still didn't listen to him, and then she's like, you know, I want to put a tail on Tasha. So clearly, you know, he's like, that's not a good idea, but she went and did it anyway, because why, when Tasha was meeting up with Paz and Tasha's trying to walk away, here comes Blanca out of nowhere. And then she's like, oh, I did a little bit of thinking. Like, she has that, and I love me some Rosie Perez, but this chick, she gets on my nerves so much, I don't even want to hear her talk with her thick accent. I did a little bit of digging, you know, it's showing up that what you said was not right. So anyway, so it's just like, oh gosh, here this lady goes. And so then, yes, Tasha tells her, well, I was sleeping with him and everything, so that's why I didn't want to say anything. Okay, boom. So we had that situation. That's said and done. But we know, the point of me bringing this up is we know this lady Blanca, she's not going anywhere, and she's gonna keep digging and keep on digging. Okay, so, and then we're gonna go right into the hearing that they had. What did they call it? An arbitrary or something? I don't remember what they had, what they called it. Some type of hearing for the divorce for Tasha and Ghost. And I didn't know. Now, maybe they had said this to us. I mean, not said it to us, but let us know that there was a prenup in the marriage. And like maybe what in other seasons or whatever. But I did not know this, and I surely did not remember if I did know. Okay, but yeah, there was a prenup, and that's kind of, I was like, oh, Ghost, that was smart. Listen, that was smart. Anyway, let me go. So I just wanted to, you know, add that in there, because that is a part of my notes. Like, oh shoot, when I was writing last night, when I was taking my notes, I was like, there's a prenup, and I was just like, oh, I didn't realize that. That just goes to show how this guy Ghost, he plans ahead. Like, he's, you know, he's really smart, and we already know that. But I think that was smart for him to have a prenup with Tasha, even though Tasha has been a rider for, you know, since forever. You never know, and now is the time when that prenup makes so much sense that she cannot try to get a divorce. It's the worst time to try to get a divorce anyway. And we're gonna talk a little more about that again. So let's see what else we got. We got Ghost wants to go to the funeral. Yes, so Ghost wanted to go to the funeral to remain a united front, which was very smart. Ghost wants to go. He tells Tasha, please go to the funeral with me to remain a united front. I know I did speak about this a little before with the proctor, but, you know, so as I'm going down with my notes, there are going to be some things that I probably will, you know, reiterate or say again, because kind of all of these things that were happening, I was doing it in the order as the show was going along. And then they started to all kind of tie up. So yes, they went to the funeral together. All right. And then Sax, he meets up with, in another scene, Sax meets up with Proctor's ex-wife. Oh my gosh. And he gets this little keychain unicorn or whatever, and she agrees to put a bug on the daughter's book bag. Oh my gosh. I was just like, no. So she agreed to it, and yes, it did show, I think toward the end of the episode, that she put the bug on there. So I'm just really hoping, oh my gosh. That was like, oh my gosh. So we're gonna see where that's gonna go. Ugh. That was good right there. That was good. Even though I can't stand what's his name? Sax. But that just makes for great TV. All right. So now here goes a conversation that happened between Tommy and Keisha. And I just want everybody to remember about Tommy. This one, I'm going to say talk about the conversation first, and I'm going to say what I have to say about Tommy. He says to Keisha, you know, I just want to wait right now. You know, I think he said something about he deserved to die or something or whatever, but he don't feel right about doing it. You know, he doesn't feel right about doing that to Tasha and the kids. I'm sorry, somebody's up there. Anyway, he doesn't feel like doing that. He doesn't want to do it to Tasha and the kids or whatever. So he's thinking about that. And then you know what her response is? Oh, he wasn't thinking about me and Cash when he came after you. And he goes, oh, you got a good point. And it's like, are you serious, Tommy? You came after him first. You went at him first to try to kill him. Ghost never tried to kill you. Tommy was always the one, you know, he was with Holly and she wouldn't try to put it in his ear to kill him, or, you know, he was always seemed like he was down if he got angry enough, if he felt like Ghost was keeping him in the dark. He was always seemed like, you know, he was ready to flip and kill Ghost. Tommy, he seemed like he was always ready to do that. He's very unstable and he cannot be trusted. As much as I've enjoyed his character, he has to go. That's for certain. He has to go. Okay, but he's so easily like swayed. He don't have, this dude is strictly on, like, his foundation is on like sinking sand. He just really has nothing to stand on when it comes to himself. Like he's so easily swayed by these women. He's so easily swayed by somebody if he feel like they make a good point about something. It's like everything else goes out the window, all logic, you know, and he just doesn't make any kind of sense. So he gonna tell her, oh, that's a good point that you're making. No, it's not a good point that you're making, because he's the one that threw the first blow or whatever, you know, just for lack of a better term. You know, he's the one who shot first. It's Ghost who's retaliating because now he sees that you really want to go to war and he cannot trust you, which he been should have known that. He then should have known that he can't trust Tommy. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to say about Tommy and his unstable behind. Like and if a man is unstable, he cannot be trusted. Okay? That's in life for real. That's not just the show. That's in life for real. Okay? So Tommy, like I said, he sucks it right up. And then Ghost, we go to another scene where Ghost goes and tells Tariq that he killed Tommy. And it was nice to see Ghost telling the truth for once, but then he gonna lie again to Tariq when Tariq asks him, why did Tommy try to come after you and shoot you? And he's talking about, oh, I don't know. Come on, guy, you know, tell your son for a change. You know what I mean? That's his biggest issue. The biggest issue that Tariq has, and don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Tariq or nothing. The little boy right now, he getting on my nerves. All right, I've already said this in my last video. He gets on my nerves. However, the biggest issue that he has with his father is that his father lies. Okay, and Tariq just wants someone to keep it real. One thing that I noticed about Tariq is that if he believes that someone is keeping it real with him, he's gonna suck that right up, and he's gonna respect you, no matter how much of a snake you are for real in real life. Like Kanan, you know, he respected and loved Kanan. That's because he felt like Kanan was always telling him the truth. But you know, anyway, so that would have been nice for Ghost to really sit down and have a real heart to heart, a real conversation with his son. Like, you told him that you killed him and it had to be done. You might as well just tell all the truth. That's it. Like, he knows about the life you in. Just tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth will help you, God. That's it. Just do it all now. That's it. And I thought that was going to be an opportunity for him to finally come and lay it all on the table. He did not do that. Okay, not that it's Tariq's business anyway, but come on now. That ship has sailed. You know, the secrets and everything, all of that has sailed. All right. So anyway, so then Tariq calls Tommy and tells him that, oh, you know, my dad thinks he killed you or whatever. And so he's like, oh, you know, good looking out to, Tommy says, good looking out to Reek. And Reek is like, you know, I want you to let me know before you make a move. I want you to let me know first before you make your move. So he basically given Tommy his blessing to kill his father. Or so we think. Okay, so don't sleep on Reek. Yes, everybody can't stand Reek, but he is a smart young man, and I do not think that he really wants his father to die. Now, this could be, I mean, it could be that he does, you know, he wants something to happen. I don't know, but that's still his father at the end of the day, and I kind of feel like the writers want us to think that Reek is down for Ghost getting hit up, but I kind of feel like there will be like a little, you know, twist at the end, you know, and I think that's why Reek wants Tommy to alert him to the situation first. But you see what happened was, let me fast forward a little bit, when Tommy had a clear shot at Ghost later on in the episode, he was about to text Reek and tell him. And the thing about it is, the way Tommy was going to do it, there would have, if Reek had some kind of plan to warn his dad or anything like that, the way Tommy was going to do it right then and there, if he would have succeeded, because he had a clear shot at Ghost, that there would have been nothing that Reek would have been able to do about it, because it would have just been done. Even if he would have texted him like, yo, I'm about to do it right now, and then here come Ghost, and then Tommy shoots him, it would have just been over. So it would have kind of not made any sense. So then Tommy decides not to text Reek and just take the shot. But before he takes the shot, he goes a bag over his head and he gets swept up. He gets whatever, abducted by the Serbs. And then, you know, Jason is telling Tommy, listen, call it off. I don't want you to kill Ghost, this and that and the third. So, yeah, Jason's telling Tommy that. And then Tommy is like, you know what? So anyway, like I said, what's his name? Jason. He is playing both Tommy and Ghost. All right, so he's basically saying that Jason's basically telling Tommy, don't worry about it. I got you covered. You're protected. Nobody's going to do anything to you. There we go. So, okay, so I wanted to go back to another conversation that Tasha and Tommy were having in the vehicle, in their little car, whatever. And he was basically saying that they were basically talking about Ghost dying, and that Tariq gave Tommy the blessing to kill Ghost. And then he asked Tasha, he's like, what do you think about it? How do you feel? And she's like, I don't know, you know. And he's like, well, that ain't you, Tasha. Like, she don't know how she feel if she want Tommy to live. I mean, Tommy. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I keep messing these names up. I'm sorry. Tasha's telling Tommy that she doesn't know if she wants Ghost to live or die. And so, long story short, they have, you know, a little more words. And then she says to him, you know, she talks about the arbitrary, was it an arbitrary, whatever that meeting was that they had. She talks about the meeting and how there's a prenup, and Ghost won't, you know, let up. He won't, you know, like, get rid of the prenup and all of that stuff and blah, blah, blah. And so she says she's starting to wonder if it is better off for him to die, because then her and the kids will be the beneficiaries. And I'm like, oh, this is getting crazy. So, you know, it is what it is. But then so that was before he got abducted by the Serbs. And Jason tells Tommy, it's a wrap. Don't be trying to kill Ghost, okay? So anyway, anyway, I know that I spoke about the funeral and everything. I'm kind of glad that they did that and got that over with, because I didn't really, like, in my last video, I said I didn't really feel any kind of way about Angie dying. I kind of felt like it was her time because the walls were closing in on her. But the more in this episode, the more they were showing, you know, the sister and her mourning and stuff, it was just making me sad. So I'm glad they got that out the way and that's over. Hopefully we don't have to see no more of that sadness. But Angie's sister, though, she did have a meeting, like I said, with Tasha. And then Tasha's telling her, listen, I could help you. We work together. You don't got to worry about anything. And then she's telling her that, you know, because Paz is like, I'm going to go to the cops with this phone or whatever. She said, if you go to the cops, you're going to ruin your sister's reputation. No benefits, no nothing. So she doesn't. And then when she fast forward, she gets to the funeral home and she decides, you know, she finds out that Angie's funeral expenses are paid for. And she buries the phone. First of all, she calls Sachs to make sure. She's like, hey, did my sister's benefits come through or whatever? He said, oh, no, not yet. But do you have anything that you have anything for me? And she's holding the evidence right in her hand, the phone and everything. And then she's just like, no. So she goes and she gets up and she puts that phone right in her sister's casket, and that's it. She made a move like her character from Orange is the New Black, Aleda. Went back to her little criminal character. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, she's like, and then she said in Spanish, you know, your secret is going to be buried with you, or your secret is safe. Did you say your secret is safe with me, or your secret will be buried with you, sister, or something like that? Anyway, so that was pretty cool. Not sure if anything like that will come back, because we know Tasha, she has some evidence in her phone as well. So, but we know that Tasha's not gonna say anything because her son is tied to a lot of evidence as well. So Tasha's not gonna say anything. If Tasha ever would decide to flip on Ghost, there's a lot of other things that could come up, and she could also be implicating her son or whatever, you know, getting her son in trouble as well. So that could be another thing that if she ever were to decide, because at the end of the show, she told Ghost, if you want me to keep quiet, you're gonna have to pay me for my silence now, since you don't want to, you know, do right by this prenup and everything like that. And so, you know, the one thing that she does have to remember is so many things are already tied together, and I can't think of everything right now, but so many things are tied together that she has to be careful of that type of request. And she's probably just bluffing anyway. You know, she ain't gonna go tell. You know, it's just too much at stake. Everybody's at stake. She's at stake. Her son's at stake. Ghost is at stake. Everybody. So anyway, and you know that, what's her name? She's still Blanca. She's still investigating that murder from that other cop. I forgot what his name was, but the one that Reed killed. She's still investigating that. So, you know, that's something right there that's gonna be, she ain't letting that die. So that's gonna come back up as well. And we don't know how all of this stuff is gonna play out. So right now I'm kind of jumping all over the place as I'm getting ready to end this video. But Tate now is also has entered into the game, like on some, he has that big burly black dude, I don't know his name, so we're gonna call him Big Burly Black Dude for right now. Told him to look into Ghost. Okay, so we got that situation. So it's all over the place at this point. So all things we know, they're setting everything up, the writers are setting everything up to come to this big moment. And when it comes to one moment, it's gonna be a domino effect, guys. Like, it's just gonna be it's gonna set off one thing, and that's it for everybody. That's what I believe, because it's just too much going on right now. All right, they were just putting a lot of little things in place. All right, so towards the end, Jason tells Ghost that the only way he can kill Tommy is if he replaces him as Distro. And Ghost is like, that's impossible. And he's saying that's the only way. And he's like, and if it's not going to be you, then who? And then we cut to Mr. Dre. What is that saying? Okay, because are you trying to are they trying to tell us, if he said, if it's not you, then who? And then the scene cuts to Dre working out or whatever he was doing. Are you trying to tell us that something's going to go wrong with him being in custody, protective custody, and then he's going to become a new distro? What was that whole cut to him all about? That's what I want to know. So, and the look that he gave when he found out that Angela was laid to rest, he saw it on the news. When he found out, there was a look that he gave that did not sit well with me. It made me feel like this guy is rethinking some things. You know what I mean? I don't know if he feels like there's things that have died with Angela or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I need to go back and watch the last season just to really, because right now it's just so much information right now, so much going on. So I kind of feel like I should go back and watch the last season as well, just to get a little more, just to tie some things together and everything. But you know, I just didn't like, you know, his heavy thought. You know, he just kind of looked like he has something up his sleeve, you know. But anyway, so you guys let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this little recap, this review. I'm sorry about my you know, my phone moving all over the place and my camera and stuff. And then I got my notes, so it was a little shaky, but we got through it. And I am going live tonight at 9 to discuss. I'm going live on Facebook. I'll put the link down below in the comments section so that you guys could join me on Facebook if you like. Facebook Live at 9 tonight Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that matters, but anyway, so yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure that you guys go crazy in the comments. I really want to engage with you guys. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I made any mistakes in some information or whatever. It's okay. Let me know. It's all good. And I'll see you guys next week. Join me again for episode number 3. Take care. Be blessed.